Okay, Muz, catching up after today's 2-1 defeat against Thornbury Town. I guess if I'd have said to you after about 72 minutes or something thereabouts that we would come away with nothing, you might have been shocked.
Yeah, definitely. Tried to say to the guys just at the end there, if we play well and lose, you've got something to build on. And generally, I think we played well today. I think for 75 minutes, definitely for 45 minutes, a little bit of attention to detail, a little bit more quality in the right areas. The game could have been done at half time. It wasn't, and we sort of said that at half time they're in the game. We've got to be a little bit cute. We've got to make sure we take chances. We're not going to get as many chances as we did first half, but when we get there, we've got to be clinical. And unfortunately, we weren't. So we had another 3 opportunities, I think, prior to them scoring a goal. So the game could again been out of sight. Disappointing because I think, like I said, for 75 minutes, even though we weren't great second half, 75 minutes we were comfortable and there was only one winner. As soon as they scored, we've then obviously tried to get a winner and then got caught a little bit on the sucker punch. But fair play to them. They took their chances and they've won the game.
I just wonder if you thought that part of the problem today was, we opened them up a few times, but our finishing just wasn't where it needed to be.
Yeah, definitely. We worked on things on Thursday night, and our best bit of play today actually came in one of the chances that we missed, which I said to the guys that if we do that and then we keep doing that, we will get more goals. We'll get goals. Our problem has been this season. We just had a little chat before we started. The games we've won, we've missed chances. The games we've lost, we've missed chances. And that's the problem at the moment. Our goalkeeper hasn't had a lot to do in many games. He picked the ball out of the game in net twice today. He's not had a lot to do. The problem is when we've got into good areas today, we've not really tested their keeper and been clinical in front of goal when we could have maybe squared it to someone for a tap in. Don't care who scores. The team wins the game. The players get the accolades. But I think as a game we could have won and should have won today.
Yeah, I think based on our previous experience of playing Thornbury, as a spectator today, it did feel like one of those games. The longer it went on without us getting that second goal, the greater the threat to some extent.
Yeah, because they're in every game. They're drilled. They're disciplined. They've got a good focus. They've got a good group. They're never not in it. They're a tough team for everybody to play. And our mentality at halftime was we're 1-0. It should have been more, but it isn't. And if you give a team like that the opportunity, they're a well drilled group who I like quite a lot, to be fair, because they just give everything. They give everything for every minute of every game. They'll give as much as they got and right to the end. And today they got their rewards. Yeah.
So disappointing today. You've now got a week off, and then we'll be away at Corsham next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it. They've signed some big names in the summer, and they're one of those clubs that will probably click and gel eventually. They've not had the results they probably were hoping for, and hopefully next week we can have a performance, because I think we've got a young group, which is really pleasing. We've got a young group, and if we keep playing like that and we learn from today, the future's pretty bright. What we can't do is dwell on that too much, because at the end of the day, we've ended up losing the game we should have won. Now, these kids, youngsters, kids, we'll bounce back. I'm pretty sure we'll bounce back with a positive performance next week.
Yeah, look forward to that. Cheers, Maz.